Have you ever found yourself trapped in a cycle of persistent worry or sadness that seems to have no end? Welcome to our exploration into the depths of the human mind, where we will uncover the often misunderstood realities of depression and anxiety. These are not just fleeting emotions, but prevalent mental health conditions that millions grapple with daily. It's crucial to deepen our understanding and dispel the myths surrounding these invisible battles. Today, we will delve into the world of depression and anxiety to better understand these invisible battles. Depression and anxiety, two words often heard but rarely fully understood. Depression, medically known as major depressive disorder, is more than just feeling blue or having a bad day. It's a severe mood disorder that can affect how we think, feel, and handle daily activities like sleeping, eating, or working. It's characterized by persistent feelings of sadness, hopelessness, and a lack of interest or pleasure in activities. People with depression may also experience physical symptoms, such as changes in appetite or weight, sleep problems, and decreased energy. On the other hand, anxiety, specifically generalized anxiety disorder, is characterized by persistent and excessive worry about various things. People with JD anticipate disaster and may be overly concerned about money, health, family, work, or other issues. It's normal to worry about these things from time to time, but in the case of JD, the worry is often unrealistic or out of proportion for the situation. Daily life becomes a constant state of worry, fear, and dread. People often confuse the two, assuming that depression is just an intense state of sadness and anxiety is merely excessive worrying. But these conditions are much more complex and serious than these generalizations. They are not character flaws or signs of personal weakness. They are legitimate medical conditions that can have a profound impact on a person's life. Moreover, it's important to note that depression and anxiety can occur independently, but they often occur together. When one is present, it's not uncommon for the other to be lurking in the shadows. They intertwine, complicating the path to recovery. Misconceptions about depression and anxiety are widespread, which can lead to stigma and misunderstanding. Some people may believe that you can simply snap out of depression or that anxiety is just a sign of being overly sensitive. These views are not only misguided but harmful, as they can prevent people from seeking the help they need. Now that we have a basic understanding of what depression and anxiety are, let's explore how they manifest in individuals. Depression and anxiety are not just about feeling sad or worried. They have physical and emotional symptoms that can affect every aspect of an individual's life. Depression is like a fog that descends, clouding your vision, your perception, and even your sense of self. It's not just a case of feeling down. It can manifest itself in a variety of ways. For some, it's a profound sense of sadness or emptiness, a lack of interest in activities once enjoyed, or a feeling of hopelessness. Others might experience a significant change in appetite, problems with sleep, either too much or too little, or physical ailments that don't seem to have a clear cause. Anxiety, on the other hand, is like a storm that brews within, creating a sense of restlessness or unease. It's more than just feeling nervous. It's a constant worry or fear that's hard to control, even when you know it's out of proportion to the situation at hand. Physically, it can cause headaches, muscle tension, or stomach problems. It might feel like your heart is beating out of your chest, or you're constantly on edge, unable to relax. Imagine you're an avid reader who suddenly finds no pleasure in books, or a foodie who loses interest in food. That's depression. Picture yourself in a peaceful park, but instead of enjoying the serenity, you're consumed by a sense of dread. That's anxiety. It's important to note that depression and anxiety can occur simultaneously. It's not uncommon for someone to feel down and anxious at the same time. The constant worry fuels the feelings of sadness, and the cycle continues, creating a whirlpool of emotions that can be hard to escape from. Remember, these symptoms can vary from person to person. What one individual experiences might not be the same for another. So, it's crucial to pay attention to any changes in thoughts, feelings, or behaviors. These symptoms can be overwhelming, but recognizing them is the first step towards managing these conditions. Depression and anxiety can make the simplest tasks seem insurmountable. These conditions can seep into every facet of an individual's life, transforming mundane activities into overwhelming challenges. Imagine waking up each morning with a weight pressing down on you, a pervasive sadness that turns getting out of bed into a monumental task. This is the reality for many people living with depression. It's not just about feeling down, it's an ongoing, relentless struggle that can make even the most routine tasks seem formidable. Now, let's turn our attention to the workplace. A place that is supposed to be a source of accomplishment can turn into a battleground for those with anxiety. The constant worry, the anticipation of disaster, the intense fear of judgment, these are all battles fought in the mind of someone with anxiety. It's not merely about being nervous, it's about living in a state of perpetual unease that can hamper productivity and job satisfaction. Depression and anxiety can also strain relationships. It's not easy to understand what someone is going through if you haven't experienced it yourself. This can create a chasm between those who are afflicted and their loved ones. The person with depression may withdraw, appearing distant and uninterested, while the person with anxiety may seem overly worried or needy. These behaviors can lead to misunderstandings and ultimately can strain relationships. Perhaps the most profound impact is on the individual's self-perception. Depression can make one feel unworthy or guilty, while anxiety can lead to constant self-doubt. These conditions can erode self-esteem, making it difficult for the individual to view themselves positively or realize their potential. In closing, it's crucial to understand that the impact of these conditions goes beyond the individual, affecting their relationships and their ability to function in society. The human cost of depression and anxiety is immense, underscoring the need for empathy, understanding, and effective interventions. Depression and anxiety are battles fought in the mind, but they are not battles that need to be fought alone. In the course of this discourse, we've probed the mind, unraveled the definitions of depression and anxiety, unveiled the symptoms, and highlighted how deeply they can impact individuals. These conditions, though invisible, are as real and impactful as any physical ailment. Depression is not simply a state of sadness, and anxiety is more than just feeling worried. They are complex mental health conditions that can affect every aspect of a person's life. Their symptoms vary widely, ranging from persistent feelings of emptiness or worry to physical symptoms like changes in appetite or sleep patterns. Depression and anxiety are not signs of weakness. They are not something that one can simply snap out of. They are serious health conditions that require understanding, compassion, and professional help. If you or someone you know is grappling with these conditions, remember that help is available. From mental health professionals to supportive communities, there are resources and people out there who want to help. It's okay to ask for support. It's okay to admit that you're not feeling okay. You don't have to fight this battle alone. Reach out, seek help, and remember, it's okay to take that first step towards healing. Remember, understanding is the first step towards healing. Don't be afraid to reach out and seek help.